Afi. The biggest game in the English Premier League this weekend was the Manchester derby. Inti me pese obi atie ne ye. Because Enra Kofi a struggling Manchester City team and a defeated Manchester United sano. A struggling Man City because season is and Kofi on my last 2 matches. Brighton and City, Tottenham and City. And Enra in the game, it wasn't a game that they gave their best performance. Because they were sloppy at times. You can sloppy. Omo the pass echeche. Omo misplaced passes. In fact, Rodri, Anabona Fanenase, Tijani Reinders. So it wasn't a typical Manchester City. It was a pattern of play, no connection, no where the pass my way, now where the pass no. But in spite of all this, Omo they share Manchester United by 3-0. Now, this means, Sir Kofi, so far. All the games that Man U about this season, no, it be almost concede from 1, almost concede 2, almost concede 2, almost concede 3, including against Grimsby. That should tell you about the problem with Amorim and the defense. Now, coach Auba 3 back. There's a 5 defenders, but don't keep it clean sheets. Won't even defend it. Evidently, I just said there is something wrong. Now, make say. Manchester United, every team wants to play against them. Every team. Because they are the most easiest team to beat in the Premier League this season. The easiest. Team are not share for part this season. And yet even West Ham, Man U. Including Manchester United. Now, Amorim record now Sky here, no perfect so near here. What about 31 matches? Amorim, so far, it is enough for you to get going. 31 matches. Unim say Walusu do say ne win and draw combined. Walusu 16 of the 31, wa winning 8, wa draw 7. Ne win percentage na 25%. Yes. This is shameful, appalling, and disrespectful. Any BBR against Manchester United culture. Any BBR. And this is not good at all. Now, the next up against Chelsea. So it is not getting any easier for him. And then go Europe there. Now, the reason why Amorim is so setting up and they say, Makacho say Obo back 3 and Odi Dogu and then Azrai account the defenders near 5. And then 5 defenders. Because my more classical example. Unim the last coach of my who the back 3 system of Premier League or the dominate Antonio Conte. Yeah. When Antonio Conte introduced, because Antonio Conte no crop 3 back, no, he started at Chelsea with a back 4. Yeah. Debi ayeka on one crack him say the famous Arsenal trainer no. Be seen now so in Hilly. Because first half on crack Jenensa. No say that be system needs you 2 players no. Who ye coach na be system be first of all system na dey. E see 2 boys no. Now, I know who said that be I saw reverted to 3 back. Even though preseason you know onye na adwe. Now, or reverted to 3 back no. When he said the first 11 games were 11 nyina. He scored 25 goals or conceded 2. The typical characteristic of a 3 back system they say coach some about 3 back no. Because defenders near 5 in it almost time concede. And the other thing Amorim nko 3 back there. Or it's just a system with the profile of the players available. Now, for no to change. You see, Amorim about Manchester United as a good coach. But one here as wording and a bemo mapam. You see, man you ball game now man 4 years say, or pam coach, pam coach, you know. Imagine here me say. Oma saki coaches are resource in change. Okay. And the sacking coaches any solution. Memoir. Yeah. And but the problem is that Amorim not swordy because you are giving the luxury to alternate. Football na sanet here. Here and not 3 back ni dientia na nya kura ne say. Man City ball 4-2-3-1. One na lead the attack near Haaland. And to over back 3 a chance midfield no. Man City were 5 in diamond because 4-2-3-1 4 near back 4. 2 near 2 deep line midfielder Tijani Reinders and Rodri. 3 no na Doku Bernardo Silva na Foden. Almost about 15 to be 5. Now all back 4 now back 3 now boninti. O midfielders here 2. Bruno ni Ugarte. In 15 so omu so again Man City 5. One be ball no. And today be afford the number na ama dokune for the mobile deeper now 23 no look sure yeah any back no account Lenny Euro aba mfimfin aka Haaland any delete to attack. Now, Doku no so oye pesi, osari a good dribbler. Look Shaw so onim rikatu. Now the physical demands of the Premier League, no. Look Shaw ntimi more. And it Roy Keane asem na benene ya because I spotted exactly the same thing. Na me home for me, I nearly made a video about it. Because look Shaw 2 goals, ni nyina na any mistake. Pero ya Doku twi ni easy. Second one we are na Erling Haaland the fan ni. Na ho de fit.
Okay.
And when you do that as a coach, go fit go.
Yeah.
Now oh boy system now coach ben and a airborne system will we say. None of the players and they benefited from system. Now ne three back no board. Should I me one player or man you are Obeka say with the three back of Amorim or who so. Not even Bruno.
Okay.
And you man you that was this year no. I'm over 70 shot. Oh, Premier League no. But apart from penalty, any corner. So much open play. So no open play go. Yeah, build up. One pay. Brian Buemo to Manchester. Okobo ball the two no. Me what?
Okay.
Good. That should tell you say 60 shots no amu no. They don't create clear cut chances.
Yes.
And count what Haaland. He nearly scored a trick. Me what? The ball now. Utuzo onya clear chances no. But man, you never know about creating clear chances. Bruno no. Why you be though? Subsequent season since our buy, but system did not go deep. And so when you born no chile.
Okay.
Now we are kunia beba no. Now, my Mo City abaso 1 minute now. Erling Haaland, he had 2 goals. That should tell you about the form this season. So far, 12 goals in 5 matches in all competitions.
Yes.
Now no. Or share 5 goals against Moldova in the 11-1 win. No. Again, Oba in a Manchester derby, washa how many goals? 2. Now, that 2 goals, no. Unim say, Omobebo game in the Birmingham say, Haaland favorite game pani because Omoye ni on to dash. Obuzana say game ben all chance obeshia. Now go betu maka Champions League final na about Manchester derby because on the Manchester derby net here. Just as Foden. Now I know Mumia they share goals for City. Kofi. The 2 City players, Haaland supported City as a fan because of the father. And the only what Manchester City means when it comes to these games like this against Omonoisi neighbors, Man United. On the other hand, Foden share goal. No, Conor McNamara no your commentary and they say a true blue scored for City in a Manchester derby. That's the way you true and true Man City akwada. You're teaching from infant. So it remind me of 2022 6-3 no. Haaland share hat-trick, Foden share hat-trick. Now, say Foden share 7 goals in Manchester derby.
Okay.
And yeah, no kwa Haaland, Kofi, wama 11 goals contribution in the Manchester derby. 8 goals, 3 assists. Now, this is the fastest player to score 8 goals in a Manchester derby. Unim say player no share goals dodo was Wayne Rooney. 8 goals, 1 assist. That was 21 matches. Haaland 6 matches per against Man United. Was 8 goals, 3 assists. Upon you know Mubisan or say games like this, you don't need motivation because you are motivated, dada. And a Manchester derby, and you know the rivalry, the fans, and everything. And no, I'm sure 2 Man U City around. What Pejan is an all 3 Man U for because Man U for na yemre original stance in him sir. No, all chill. Why? Because a year for Man City, the reaction of the goals tells you. You see, if Doku decides to keep it simple, Kofi, he will always be effective because a good dribbler and then already intent now. Now Jalen United no be provided those assists, and that was the reason why the 2 assists given to Foden and 1 to Haaland. Then the United sublime. No, Gigi Donnarumma had his debut, and in fact he made big saves. It tells you the difference in why Pep Guardiola wanted a change. Goalkeeping department or game. In fact, the reaction of Josko Vardy says it all because he kept a clean sheet, and even though a goalkeeper can a debut game, a Manchester debut which is big, but the goalkeeper is big enough. What I say? Yes. Winning Champions League, making his debut for AC Milan at the age of 16. AC Milan keeper Papa Ben and nada. So who pressure be a Euros? Why winning be that best goalkeeper? We are saying Europe. He's been winning on into 60. Say, Omanya goalkeeper. And Man City at team winning against Man United.
Yeah, that's it. I know I Hussein Adams and now Tenant say I'm an seminal where the see Ocean Air Transit na yakono.